Hello StarCraft fans, this is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between Charoisaur and Swaghar on Dusk Towers. In the top side of the map we have the red Protoss player, it is Swaghar. And in the bottom side of the map we have the blue Terran player, it is Charoisaur. Charoisaur? I don't know, I'm going to call him Charo, I think. So this is a master level game sent to me at falconpaladin@gmail.com with the subject of a master level game for you to cast. So I figured this is pretty high level, so I am casting it. Alrighty then, so a PvT for you guys who are fans of this matchup. Again, pretty high level stuff for you as well. Should be pleased by that. And here comes the potential. Nope, not a Reaper Expand. I don't think so. That gas seems a little bit late for Reaper Expand. I'm going to assume that's going to be a Marine until proven otherwise. Swaghar, on the other hand, putting a pylon here, worried about drops, I suppose is what that is. And are we going Nexus first? Oh, Swaghar is going Nexus first against Terran. That seems a little risky. A little risky business, in my personal opinion, but Anyway, yep, that barracks is going to finish here. We got the gas started now, but I don't think we'll have 50 by the time this barracks finishes. So unless it's a very poorly timed Reaper Expand, I don't think that's what this is. Let's take a look. Let's see how wrong Falcon Paladin is. 28, 29, 30, 36, and 40. Okay, not terribly off. Okay, and it is a reactor. Woohoo! I was not dumb. I was not dumb after all. Assimilator, gateway. After that Nexus first here, holy shamoly. So brave. And a probe hiding here. It's a weird place to hide. Unless you're going for some crazy proxy tech, which could be the case. I mean, we don't have a cyber core yet, so you can't really proxy tech anything at this moment. Or ninja tech it, I believe. Somebody said it's proxy if it's by your opponent's base, and if it's just out hiding somewhere, it's a ninja. So we'll try to use that designation. Alright, so Cybercore on the way by Swaghar, and that probe decided to come back on in. Didn't actually spend much time out there at all. Checked for the quick base, does see the timing on that. Has a base of his own coming, does Charo, but unfortunately for him, it is a little bit late. So, the question is, does Charo want to try to pressure this? Definitely pumping out Marines, but for defensive purposes. Again, if you're worried about adepts or something, that could be a problem. A Zealot on the way. I just don't know what utility Zealots have in early game versus Terran. I really don't. Marines can kind of cut them around all the livelong day. They're not good against Hellions. They're not good against Banshees. I just can't think of why you would make a Zealot in this situation. Okay, so cancels the Zealot, goes for an Adept. Were you listening to me, Swaghar? Did you hear me say that? Seems like that's what happened, is my voice went through space and time into Swaghar's ears, and he said, you know what, that is stupid. Why am I making a Zealot after all? Factory, starport, bam, bam, bam. And immediately a tech lab coming up on that factory. Maybe some flying tank action. Maybe the tech lab will be swapped on over to the starport for some Banshees. We don't know. Terran has so many options at their disposal. They do. Robotics facility. There it is. Robo facility on the way for Swaghar. That's what we're going to see. Probably for an observer first of all. Possibly for immortals later on. And maybe disruptors too. Could see some of that action coming out of the Protoss player. Meanwhile, starport is about 90% complete here. And ready, good, set, starport. Bam. So what do you do with this? Oh, it is a swap. It is a swap. All right, so starport, what you got for me? What are you doing with your tech lab? Banshee. What? Since when do I call stuff? Since when do I do that in my cast? And cloak. So quick Banshee play with Marines. Adept comes up, try to do some things. Takes forever for an Adept to kill a building though, so I mean, it's not really worth it. Some pretty good micro on display by Charo. It does take 3 shots for an Adept to kill a Marine. That was something that was patched a while ago. It used to be a 2-shot, but a little bit too powerful. Blizzard nerfed, and I think we're a little bit more balanced than we previously were. Twilight Council coming up. That is, in fact, an Observer. Twilight Council being used for what? Blink. Blink Stalker is coming up. That seems moderately reasonable. Bum-ba-dum. Adept decides to hoof it on back home. Alright, so Banshee moving out. Tank here, possibly for some flying tank action. Engineering bay for upgrades. I like what I'm seeing out of Charoisaur. APM over 300. Just for a second there for Charo, about 120 for Swaghar. Income tab is 36,244. Total workers. Protoss is up. Protoss is up and ready to go. And yeah, I mean, no player really... Well, there's a third base. I was going to say no one going for a third, but nope, Charo is. Charles working on that third base. No problem whatsoever. And a third base for Swaghar. It's like they heard me. They heard what I said, and they said, you know what? It is time for a third base. Alright, so Blink's on the way. Double Forge on the way for Swaghar. We do have the Banshee doing some stuff back here. Has 3 total kills. The Observer is out, though. Wherever the heck the Observer is. Is that you, Observer? Why are you all the way over there? We need you back in the base. Help, Observer, come on. Oh boy. Alright, Banshee's about out of energy. That's the one saving grace that Swaghar has here. Get over here! What are you doing? Holy smokes, Banshee is up to 7 total kills. Just about out of energy, so decided to decloak there. Pretty efficient Banshee. And Swaghar, what are you doing, man? You had Observer. Oh, another Banshee. Crap. They are still... I feel like they're still not going to do anything here. Alright, Banshee is moving back on in. This one can't cloak, or it'll run out of energy immediately. Going for more and more of these probes. Photon Overcharge does show up, killing one of the Banshees, even though it was cloaked. Could the Observer see it from over there? That cannon was not finished yet. It was not. Alright. Regardless. Stalkers are here. Swaghar is definitely on his back foot right now. Time to go for that third Charo. There it is. Time to land that third base. Marines here, medevacs, and a tank. Ready to rock Stalkers and Adepts. I'm not sure if that's the right composition you want versus what we're seeing from the Terran player, but there's some time left in this game. I don't expect it to end in the next couple of minutes, so definitely things can change. Robotics Bay on the way from Swaghar, and there it is. Making those Immortals. Banshee dies over there after killing some more workers. Maybe 14 workers killed by those Banshees, but it's 53 to 54 workers, so Charo just really pulled himself even with the Protoss player. Which, I mean, that's good. It's a good thing, but he didn't exactly cripple the Protoss economy. Combat Shield on the way, +1 Terran Infantry, plus Stimpack coming up as well. And Observer hanging out here to see what decides to come up this way. I think maybe this might be a better location to see the Terran army moving out, give you some more time to react, but this is fine too, I suppose. Colossus! What is happening? Why is there Colossus again on this channel? Alright, extended thermal lance. I did not even consider the fact that these are going to be Colossus. I didn't even think about it. Not even for half a second, but Colossus. Swaghar goes for tier 3 at Colossus. Yes, the Marine count is pretty heavy. 16 Marines here, continuing to pump those out 4 at a time. And, you know, Colossus are pretty good against Marines, especially if you give them upgrades. Are there any forges here? I thought I saw some forges being produced. Here they are. So +1/+1 is complete on these guys, but no sign of +2/+2 on the way. That's okay, not going to worry about it too much. Stalkers, Adept, Immortal, Sentry. Pretty good at this stage of the game, but as the upgrades to the Terran player start getting more and more crazy times, it could be more of a problem if you're just on that gateway tech, which is what the Colossus are for, I suppose. Alright, sneak attack from the side. Here is Swaghar, but no, tank. Splash damaging on everything. Stim available on these dudes. Marines and Marauders just murdering stuff. And there's the recall. Time to go back on home. Get out of there, Swaghar. Get out of there. Liberators popping up right now. I just don't know. Colossus aren't very good against Liberators. That is for sure. They can't shoot up at all. And there it is. Is that Purifier skin? That's the Purifier skin. Right there. Purifier skin. Pretty cool stuff. I like it a lot. Alright, Widow Mines trying to get focused down. And not really going to work. Attack from the right side or left side here by the Marines. Force fields trying to trap them. Doesn't really work that well. Does not work as efficiently as one would expect. And here we come again. Charo trying to sneak his way on up. And Immortals here. How many Immortals? Just the one Immortal. Just the one Colossus. More Colossus on the way. Get in here, Swaghar. Bring that dude down here now. Get down here with Widow Mine shot. Did that actually kill a Stalker? I think it did. Do you have an Observer in this army? Tell me you have an Observer in this army. You do. Okay, good. I can't see it, but it's in there, I believe. So Colossus with 1 total kill. Pushing forward here is Charo. He says, Colossus? What is this mockery you make of this game of StarCraft? Is this dude still up here? He's still up there. Bring the Colossus down. 2 Colossus are so much better than 1. So much better than 1. Swaghar, what are you doing? Adepts warping in that +1/+1 completed. +2/+2 now on the way, which is good news. +2 attack on the way for Charo, and more Widow Mines. Surprisingly Widow Mine heavy. right now. Considering you saw Colossus and they outrange your Widow Mines by like 8. What is the range on this stupid thing? Doesn't actually say. That's weird. I mean, it's not that big, as you can see. Trying to sneak on up again. And, oh, Colossus are in the army now. There are now 3 total Colossus ready to go. 13 damage times 2 is a 26 with a range of 9. Tanks shelling on everything. Or just rather, single tank shelling on everything. Fusion core up for Charo. And a starport. Another starport here. Archons. He's going for it. Swaghar moving down with the Archons in the front. Decides that is not where he wants to be. And backs on out. Oh, a little bit of a premature photon overcharge there. That's so embarrassing. Happens to the best of us, though. Bit of a premature situation. Charo is maxed out at 10 minutes, you guys. That's a max out. 198 out of 200. Swaghar is at 181 out of 181. So, I mean, not doing too poorly himself. More and more Colossus getting stormed as well. Trying to blink down with these blink stalkers. But it's just, there's so much damage out of this bio. Just crushing amounts of damage. Medevacs trying to sneak on up here, and there's a cannon, but they don't actually go in front of the cannon. They stop here. Kill a pylon, depowering some stuff. That's pretty good. Cybercore getting attacked as well. Rest of the army does show up. Well, not the rest of the army. Enough of Swaghar's army shows up, I think, to take care of this. Archon does die, though. And yes, Stalkers really should be focusing down the Medevac is what they need to be going for. Don't worry about the Marauders. Those have been dealt with. Cannon, maybe finish it off. Nope, they got it. They got it. Medevac count is at 3. Not as high as you would expect it to see from Charo. Getting the advanced ballistics upgrade. So the Liberator Defender mode range is good. Like I said, Widow Mine's not good when there are this many Colossus out on the field. They're just not. We're going again. Yeah, yes, going again here. Liberators setting on up. Charo taking some shots at Swaghar. Alright, Swaghar, you've been pinning your base for too long. Your opponent has 4 bases right now. You need to clear out or just give up. Just tap out. 2 Stargates coming out from Swaghar. Maybe for Tempest. I don't know. Here it is. He's moving for it. The Colossus doing pretty good amounts of damage right now. They do have that +2 coming from the left side. 1 Colossus dies immediately. Trying to back on out. The Marauders trying to stem them down very, very quickly. And, I mean, Swaghar did some work there. It's enough to actually make Charo retreat. That is surprising. I mean, there's not a whole lot left here for the Protoss player, but that +2/+2 has been completed. Terran's only at +2/+1, is working on +2 armor, but not quite there yet. Stalkers, Archons, another attempt to drop this way. Double-pronged. Actually, that's a Liberator, and that's a Liberator too. So double-pronged Liberator harass. Swaghar chasing the army home, which means he's not in a great position when this stuff happens. Wham! Wham! Army not going to walk into those Liberator circles. Oh, this one's set up on top of a cannon. It's going to get some kills, but will eventually get destroyed. Got to babysit those a little bit better than that. 8 kills on that Liberator before it takes a dive down there. 31 workers killed by Charo. 31! Holy cow. 66 to 69, though. Once again, Charo's killing workers just to bring himself back up to par with where Swaghar is. So, Planetary Fortress on the way for the 5th base. 5th base out of Charo. This is an actual drop by Charo, trying to sneak around there, trying to do some high ground harass, which is pretty fun stuff. Blink Stalkers, get it. Get it. No, can't do it. Can't do it. There's the harassment. Liberators setting up defender mode circles and stay outside of the circle. Oh boy, there's a fleet beacon on the way, some void rays too. So it is going to be Tempest. Tempest against these Liberators. The drops kind of got stuck up here at the gold, haven't been given the order to proceed, and now they have. Now they have been given the order to proceed. Coming up with some storm available. This could be pretty interesting. Actually, you land everybody here, and the storms just go blanket, 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 blanket. Void rays mixed on in, but guess what's really good against void rays? Marines. Marines are super good against void rays. What are you guys doing? Help! Help! And there we go. This should be enough to clean this sucker out. The drop didn't do a whole lot except kill 2 void rays, which I don't know how much utility they had anyway. For Swaghar, Medevacs get destroyed as well. That is total number of Medevacs on the field is 0. It's 0, you guys. That's not good. Okay, 2. Just kidding. 2. 3 more in production as well. There's the Tempest coming out for Swaghar, taking another base. Is our red Protoss buddy, and the Liberator circles showing up. This reminds me of Mission 6 that I played at the Nova Covert Ops, where they give you Liberators. I just went mass Liberator Marine and just set up like a billion defender mode circles everywhere. Don't walk in there. Don't even think about it. +3/+3 is up for Swaghar, though. That is good. That is amazing. +2/+2 here for the Terran player. But, you know, Bio's not too shabby. Not too shabby. Tempest count is at 1. Tempest count number 2 here is working on it. Is it being chrono boost? It is not. It is not. Terran player not spending his money exceptionally well. But he's basically maxed out, so I mean, I don't know what he could be spending his money on. +3 infantry weapons is on the way. And there it is. Tempest from long range. Pow. Tickling the Liberator to death, but does force them to pick up and move out. So that is a pretty useful power you have there. Tempest forcing Liberators to run away. Love the sensor tower placements by Charo. It's very hard to sneak anything past the Terran player this way. But it's 197 to 191 total supply. Did you just accidentally kill your own adept there? I think so. I think that's what happened. Liberator sets up shop here, just barely touching these outer 2 mineral fields, which is nice. Drop up here at the same time by Charo. The multitasking by the Terran player is not bad. Tempest, have they any upgrades at all? No, they do not. Dropping here again. This is Charo's favorite place to drop. I mean, I suppose... Oh, another dead Void Ray. Is it another dead Void Ray? What are you actually attacking right now, Void Ray? What? I don't know what that was. Either way, everything gets cleaned up. The Terran drops have not been super effective. Swaghar's response has been good, but... I mean, dropping down here and doing some damage against huge buildings is really nothing. You gotta kill probes. Right? Killing probes is nice. Triple Stargate. Swaghar, are you going Skytoss? Is that what this is? I would be super happy if you actually went Skytoss. A drop. Sneaking on over this way. Ghosts coming up for Charo, likely for that EMP. Knock the shields off that Protoss army like they don't even have any. Did that rhyme? That kind of rhymed. I don't know. Poor drop. I mean, poor base gets dropped by some stuff. This base gets dropped by more stuff. And the recall, though. Whoa, the recall is here. You know, everything gets absolutely massacred. Feedback's being dropped on the medevacs, not enough to actually kill them. This base might not be canceled. When all is said and done, I thought for sure it was dead in the world, but Charo did not drop enough to deal with it. The recall saves everything. That pylon has 13 hit points and is still alive. Still alive. Tempest very happy with themselves, having killed a Liberator. Another one sets up shop here with 8 total kills. 40 workers killed by Charo so far, but again, 63 to 61 harvesters. It just doesn't matter. Swaghar's macro is good enough to where he's able to withstand that no problem. Charo is kind of double expanding. I guess this one's already been up for a little bit of time, but that's going to be a planetary fortress as well. Very, very sneaky here. And Swaghar knows about none of this. Doesn't know about this or this or this, which I feel like is a huge problem. Liberator tries to come in, but the Tempest actually get the jump on it, killing it before it can actually set up a circle. Getting plasma shields, which I'm not a huge fan of, and these are actually just being used for Tempest. So does mass producing Tempest here. Scan, ready to go, and here it is, the Tempest fleet. How many do we have on the field? 8 of them. 8 of them. Swaghar is maxed out. Charo is maxed out. I'm not sure how effective these Liberators are going to be. The Marines come right up, though. Ah! Run! Oh, they can't run fast enough. Okay. That's how you deal with air stuff if you're a Terran player. Just get up there, stim, fire, +3 attack. It's really fast fire rate, 0.61. Another attack on over here. Finally, we'll take down this Nexus that I thought was going to die about 3.5 minutes ago. And there it goes. Assimilator as well. Maybe a recall. These probes are not working, and I'm not entirely sure why. Coming up here, the army is ready and in position. Pick up, boost out, run. There you go. Leaving some Widow Mines as a going away present. Getting pushed down the ramp. No, the Widow Mines can't get those kills. Another Liberator sets it up. Gets destroyed. Another Liberator sets it up. Should have an angle of attack here. What? You were just... Okay. I guess you sent those probes in to die. No problem. Stalker dies too. Blink Stalkers. Kibah! With +3 attack. Hit pretty darn hard. 17 damage versus armored. Is that what these are? Liberators are armored? Yes, of course they are. Another Liberator assault up here. What is going on? Charo does not give up, man. Charo has lost a lot of Liberators, but is not worried about it. 17,000 resources lost by the Protoss player, 13,500 lost by the Terran. Seems to make sense. Terran players do tend to lose resources at a slower rate than their Zerg and Protoss opponents. So, gets 5 kills before the Liberator pilot is exploded. We'll see what this one can get, because again, stuff is slow. That base does not even get canceled. Swaghar going for it, though. He's not worried about it. This This Liberator can get as many kills as she wants. And here we go. Colossus moving on in with that +3. It is 15 times 2. 30 damage per swipe. There's nothing to sneeze at. I mean, it's not amazing, but it's nothing to sneeze at. This base is in a huge amount of trouble. Charles, 17 kills. Warping in some Zealots, trying to save stuff. I think the Terran player might have this game, you guys. It is not looking good at all for Swaghar. And a nuke. Holy crap, is he going to land that nuke? Is he going to land this nuke? Is he going to land this nuke? I don't know where the ghost... No! No, the ghost gets killed. Oh, that would have been a massive nuke. Holy crap. All right, Swaghar is doing better for himself than I thought. Here he comes, pushing on through. Yes, he lost this base. Yes, he lost this base. He's okay. Or he was. He was okay. Decided to regroup just a little bit. Getting some adepts. Needs some more ground army, he says. That's what I definitely need. Viking count, not really high enough, I don't think, to deal with the Tempest. There are only 3 of them. Tempest count, again, fairly high. It is sitting at 8. And just marching through right now is Swaghar, taking down barracks. The army trying to make things happen for Charo. And what's here to defend against this? Absolutely nothing. A single cannon. That's alright. That base does definitely fall. The Ghost Academy under direct assault as well. But the Terran armor, or the Protoss army, decides to leave that one alone. Gonna come on in, trying to get something up with the Vikings. Great storm, though. Pretty darn good storm here. The Adepts, the Vikings, something needs to kill them. Tempest, kill the Vikings. They're taking out your Colossus. Colossus 1 dies. I think the other 2 might be okay. They indeed might be. These Marauders just hitting for days, at least until the Archons show up. Their extra damage versus biological is well known. 47 versus biological. Swaghar pushing right on into the main base. There are some assorted units back here. Marauders and Marines taking out a base that's pretty much dead. Getting rid of those Stargates is not bad either. The problem for Swaghar is he doesn't know about these bases and these locations, which are super happily mining. But I don't know, maybe taking out the production is going to be enough. It's going to be close. I worry about situations where you cripple the Terran and don't actually kill him, because Terrans have a way of rising from the dead. But that said, a lot of the barracks are dying. Ghost Academy is dying. Missile turret here as well. Archon has 2 total kills to his name. Nobody actually wants to kill that missile turret. Now they get it. Now they get it. These guys seem a little bit preoccupied. They should be... I mean, I don't know. Swaggar's not actually producing anything. So let's keep that in mind. Main base is pretty much gone for Charo. He doesn't have much left by way of production facilities. Another base dying. I guess that's fewer mules. Ah, the starports. Kill the starports! No! No, Swaghar, what are you doing? Did you see those? You saw the starports. You know there are Vikings coming up to take out your army. You know Vikings are really good against your Colossus and against your Tempest. Where are you, Colossus? 15 kills on that one. 28 kills on that Colossus. That is the most successful Colossus I think we have seen in a long time. Missile turret gets exploded right in the face here. Refinery getting killed as well. Planetary Fortress, no match for +3/+3 units. Although the repair is not bad. The repair is not bad. Planetary Fortress does have only 2 kills. Surprisingly few before it explodes. All the SCVs getting killed there too. It's 19-2 total harvesters though. Swaghar is down to 2 workers. This army is what he has to work with. It is 53-100 on the army supply though. Swaghar might get this thing done. Does he know about that base? He doesn't know about that base, but I suppose he'll continue moving up north and figure it out eventually. Colossus are outranging the Planetary Fortress. These 2 SCVs are trying to repair it, but it is not enough. Tempest being used as well. 2 kills on that Planetary Fortress before it dies. This small handful of units for Charo is trying to make something happen. Landing down here is Charo hiding behind these rocks, although that door is actually wide open. You see this, right? I guess you see the Liberator circles, so yes, you do. Bam! Planetary Fortress taking shots. Viking count is at 3. Although not for long. Tempests do fairly well against Vikings. They just don't have many hit points is the problem. Alright, so setting up here is Charo with his Vikings that do get killed with 1 volley from this entire group. Trying to kill air stuff, which I am a fan of. Killing medevac seems like a solid choice here. Small handful of Marines, not quite enough. I don't know why you're focusing down 1 Marine at a time. Viking down. Viking down. planetary fortress. Taking shots here as well. Marauder. Yeah. Is anything else happening on the map right now? This is like the slowest siege of all time. These guys are slowly whittling through. Walking over cannons is not super useful though. And it's pretty much, we're going to leave the Tempests to kill this base, even though their DPS is so abysmal. Just abysmal. I mean, killing the planetary fortresses would allow the rest of the army to show up and help out, I guess. So that's a pretty good focus. And I think that's exactly what Swaghar is trying to do here. Woodamine has a single kill. This Marauder has been trying to kill this Nexus for a while, and he's going to get it. Ready, set, go! Boom! Boom, sucker. So Swaghar is losing a lot of stuff, but the Grand Army is coming back to try to clear that one out. This base is up and running, and the Marauder hit squad. Killing probes. Are those the last two? Ah, that was the last probe that Swaghar had. He doesn't have enough to make any more. Oh boy. I mean, yes, his army is significantly superior to his opponents. 88 to 44 on that army supply. Picking up and boosting out is Charo. Are you... I mean, you can't stalemate this because the Tempest are a huge problem. Trying to build a base here. That is not going to happen whatsoever. Trying to build a base here. 17 SCDs are on the ground for the Terran player. I don't know where they are. Are they long distance? No, there's nothing to mine from there. Where... Yeah, I'm pretty sure Charo's being revealed, you guys. I don't think he has any command centers left. No, he does not. So is that... yes, he is being revealed. Okay, I must have missed that announcement somewhere. Somewhere along the line. Marauders trying to stutter step their way to victory. Feedback on all the medevacs, though. There is nowhere to go now for these Marauders. Finally being revealed. That's weird. Either way, the Marauders get absolutely eliminated from the game. It's 82 to 36 total supply. Charles refuses to leave, though. Tempest finally got rid of most of the stuff at this base, which is a nice accomplishment. Good game. Not even with 3 times the economy, Tempest can be countered. Oh, Charo! Good game. Lol, says Charo. Swaghar with the good game. Charo is defeated, and Swaghar is victorious, although doesn't want to leave the game yet. Swaghar. Alright, fine, we'll do this. Alright, so that was a good one. That was a pretty darn good back and forth. Charo with some nice drops. Good Liberator play. Swaghar ended up, losing all of his workers. 108 workers killed by Charo. Swaghar killed 50 of his own. But in the end, it just wasn't enough. I mean, Charo tried to make this thing happen, but Colossus... Who knew? 9 kills, 17 kills, 33 kills on these Colossus. Archon, 8 kills of his own. It's pretty darn impressive, but resources lost here. 38,000 lost by the Protoss. In the end, 49,000 lost by Charo. So yeah, the Tempest were a great play. I just feel like the Viking count wasn't quite high enough. If Charo had managed to get up, say, a fleet of 16 Vikings or so, just one volley down, one volley down, one volley down, gets rid of the Tempest, and then from there, I think he's in a good position to win the game. But he couldn't quite do it. I think he waited a little bit too long to make those Vikings, and it cost him. So well done. Well done by Swaghar getting the win today for Protoss. And that's it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit me up on Falcon Paladin on Twitter and Facebook. You can find me there, both at /Falcon Paladin. And hit that like button, hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.